Hello, Dr. Lydia Trauth here. It's been a long time since we've had an update, so I thought it might be nice to give you a little update. Officially, the pandemic has come to an end. However, that doesn't mean we don't have COVID anymore. It just means that we've reached a state where it's not incapacitating our world. So we have between vaccines and natural immunity that has occurred as people get sick every few months. That means that we're not seeing as many hospitalizations, which is really good. However, they are always monitoring hospitalizations, and so they have made some updates to the recommendations for immunizations. So one of the things is to make sure that you've had a bivalent booster. And a lot of you are like, okay, wait, what? Another booster? Yes, it's another booster. But what it is back in September, they said, okay, we were giving everybody the original COVID shot, but we know that COVID has changed. And just like we update the flu shot, we'd like to update the COVID shot. And so Omicron has been our more specific strain that has been going around, and they updated it to include Omicron, which made it a lot more effective than the original vaccine. Now, I'm not going to make any promises that this keeps you from getting COVID. So right after you get it, there may be a slight decreased chance of you getting COVID. But what it's doing is keeping you out of the hospital, which is extremely important. We do not want you hospitalized. And what we have also found is that after about 6 months, seniors and people that are immunocompromised tend to start losing the immunity that they had from that shot. And so if you've had a shot since September, that's your first step, get your shot. And make sure you've had a bivalent booster. But if you've had one since then and it's been at least 4 months, then you need to go ahead and update with another one if you were over the age of 65 or you are severely immunocompromised. So like you've had a bone marrow transplant or your doctor is saying you are immunocompromised, you need another vaccine. Those people need to get a second bivalent booster. If you have kids, well, we have the COVID vaccine available for kids. And you're like, yeah, but the kids, they barely get sick. Why do I need to give one? I've been in that boat and I've kind of looked at that and said, most of the kids don't get that sick. But what I recently learned is that our kids who are 6 months to 5 years are one of our highest groups that are being hospitalized. And so that's a big deal. We want to protect those kids. We know that in general, that age group is higher risk. When we're delineating out who's higher risk for flu, even that age group is still a lot higher risk. And so there is a COVID shot available for everybody age 6 months and up. And it's something that I would really encourage you to think about. And that would be something to definitely discuss with your doctor. But if you think that you want one, we have it available here and you can walk in and get a COVID shot. You just sign in at our shot window and we'll be able to get that for you. And then, a lot of you are like, hey, it's been good. We haven't seen a lot of cases. We are actually starting to see a little bit of an increase in cases in the community. So that's something to think about. We've been in a nice lull and trust us, we have enjoyed that. And just getting back to regular medicine, it felt like. But now we are starting to see some increases in cases. And so, originally when allergy season started, everybody's like, oh, it's my allergies. And most part, I was likely to agree. But what we're seeing now is that if you're feeling allergy symptoms, you're feeling sinus symptoms, probably ought to go ahead and take a COVID swab because you may actually have COVID. Okay, if y'all have any questions, drop them in the comments. We'll do our best that we can to answer. Y'all have a great day.